Feel free to come down closer to the front. We won't have a very huge group, so just come on down so you can ask questions. So if you are in here, we would be under the assumption that you plan to take a dual credit course at an institution, or you may be planning to take Mr. Bingley's concurrent English 4 course. Or you may also be thinking about taking our newest option, which is the dual credit algebra course that will be offered here at the high school. So we're going to go through and walk through kind of the steps. Like, first of all, am I eligible for dual credit? And then if I am, how do I explore my options and what classes should I take? And then finally, how do I apply for dual credit? Okay. So we are very fortunate. Standing next to me is Tracia Hope. She is our dual credit contact at SDSU. She helps us all throughout the whole year. We appreciate her so much. And she was kind enough to swing over from SDSU and help walk us through this process, because the majority of our students do take courses from SDSU, but she's knowledgeable about the process for any of the in-state schools. So I'm going to turn it over to her. If you have questions, it's a great opportunity at the end to ask her, because she is our first-hand expert here with us today. So thank you for being here.
All right, thank you for having me. I think we had a little technical difficulty, so I do not have my PowerPoint, so I'm going to walk through as much as I can and remember off of there. And please feel free to ask any questions as we're going along, and that might spark me to think of more things that I need to share with you. So the first thing would be the admissions requirements. So juniors must have a GPA of 3.5 or higher, or rank in their upper 1/3 of their class, or have an ACT composite of 24. Seniors can have a 3.25 GPA, or rank in the upper 1/2, or have a 21 on their ACT. We do have some other requirements. You can also take the AccuPlacer for placement, and on that you take both the writing and the math portion, and you must place, I don't know the scores right off my hand, but you must place into Comp 1 and College Algebra. So, but if you have any questions on that, feel free to ask your counselors or contact me. And then moving on to course selection, and that's why I brought up the South Dakota My Life. If you scroll down, oh no, okay, that's not good. So if you go to, excuse me, if you go to the South Dakota My Life website and go to the dual credit part of it, on there is what we call the dashboard, and it lists courses for all all the institutions, all the South Dakota Board of Regents institutions, and the tech schools. So the tech schools have a little bit different application than the South Dakota Board of Regents schools, but as far as both the applications are included on that website. So if you are planning to go to any of the Lake area or Western Dakota Tech or any of those, you can also fill out their application on there. Now, SDBOR is any of the institutions, including if you plan to go, including the course here at Brookings. So that Math 114, that college algebra course, you would fill out that same online application that you can access on South Dakota My Life. And the only difference is there's the location. So on that application, as you're filling it out, there's a part where it asks the location. So it has like online, Brookings main campus, you know, all the options that you have. And one of the options is in-district delivery at my high school. That is where you would check that. So then I know that that's the course that you want to take. We do offer that course also online and on campus. So I mean, I need to know for sure where you plan to take it. And if you plan to take it here at the high school, I need you to check that in district. So there's the list of courses. So you can, you can pick the semester, you can pick the subject. There's quite a list of them. Say, you want accounting, which you can't take from us, but I don't think anything will come. Go to English. Can you go to English? There you go. There, so that lists all of the English that we offer, and if you scroll down, which is, you'll see like all the section numbers. These are all Brookings main campus. I don't know, maybe it won't scroll down anymore. But if you click on the info, it will give information about the course, like if it's on campus, it'll give the dates and then that it's on campus, the times that it is, and then it also gives in the notes, it tells you what prerequisites that course has. So for English 101, we do require English placement, either with your ACT or the AccuPlacer or your Smarter Balance scores if you're a senior. So you want to go back to just the South Dakota My Life and just scroll down. Okay, where are the applications at? Okay, maybe you're going to have to scroll up. I don't see the applications. Okay, right there. So if you click on the Tech Institute, see there's the Board of Regents one. So that's the application. So you just simply click there to apply. And then it will tell you about the online application, which is this is the very first time that you're taking dual credit. You will have to fill out the online application. If you are currently taking a dual credit course, we are allowing you to apply as just using the continuing form, which I think if you go back, you'll be able to see it. So go down and it'll show the continuing form. So see, here's it. If you're currently enrolled, then you can just fill out this continuing registration form. It does still require signatures. So I need to know that your mom or dad, or whoever your guardian is, and then I need to have the school sign that too, so I know that everybody knows that you're taking dual credit. So a little simpler process. You don't have to go online and complete another application. Okay, and I would suggest, while we're talking about the application, is that you apply now. Do not wait till January. We do take applications up until January 13th, but the risk, you really risk being able to get in the courses that you want if you wait that long. So if you apply now and say you change your mind over Christmas break, you can come in and fill out the add drop form and send that to me with signatures, and we'll get you out of that class. But the best you can do right now is to go ahead and apply, get enrolled, and then you don't have to worry about it, in January. And speaking of dates, I do send these out. When I send out, once you are enrolled, which enrollment starts November 18th, and once you're enrolled, I do send out an email, and that email has a lot of important information in it. So do not delete it, hold on to it, but even as you go through your dual credit course, it's nice to refer back to that email. So, and one important thing that in there is the dates. So the first day of school is January 13th. The last day to add a dual credit course is January 15th. The last day to drop a course with a refund is January 22nd, and payment is due January 23rd. And payment information is in that email, textbook information is in that email, and you can usually order your textbooks 30 days before the course starts, so you have it in time. So definitely look for that email. If there's anything else. Oh, the other thing was, well, just the course selection. So if you are looking specifically at a course, you want to go to the SDSU website. So this is just our main page for dual credit. So if you are looking for a specific course and you want to know like who's teaching it, perhaps, the best way to do that is to go to go to Browse Classes. And then that takes you to Browse Classes again. And then you just select the term. And then here you just put in SDSU, you put in any, you can leave this blank, or you could put in any institution. And basically what I'm telling you today, even if you don't want to take a course from SDSU, the process is pretty much the same. Like, you're still going to have to fill out the online application or the continuing form to apply at any of the other institutions. So then this will bring up all of the courses that are online. And so say you wanted to know who was teaching it. So there's the instructor. And it just has a lot more information than probably what is included on South Dakota My Life. So that's why this is a good resource for you to use as you're moving forward. All right, anything else? Oh yeah, we need to talk about Binkley's English 101. Is anybody planning to take that this spring? Okay, so I don't know if you have the application form. He has the correct application form. This is a little different process because you do have to fill out a paper app. So it's a little bit different than the online app that we use.
Okay, so a couple other things to think about. Our semester 1 ends after SDSU's spring semester begins, so just something to keep in mind that you will have a little bit of overlap there with starting your semester 2 or your spring semester college level class if you are taking it online or face-to-face. You can go to campus to take classes. It does get a little bit challenging sometimes to adjust your schedule because their classes typically start on the hour and ours, as you know, do not. But we do work with you if you feel like, you know, I'm better off, better suited to take a class face-to-face than online. Make sure you talk to your counselor about what would be a good time to take that. Look at the times on the dashboard. We are planning to incorporate a deadline for us. As Tricia mentioned, they have a deadline in January. We have found that we had a lot of students that really waited until that last minute when we started this fall, and that was really challenging for our office as well as her office. And so I think and classes were full, and then you were getting on the wait list and then trying to take the class at a different institution, and it just becomes a really tough thing to do. So we are asking that all of our dual credit applications for spring semester to be completed by 3:25 on Friday, December 13th. Okay, so as she said, it's open right now. If you know what you're taking, there's really no reason to wait, right? So we'd encourage you to do that immediately. Before everyone leaves, I do need to have a list of students who plan to take the college algebra here at Brookings High School. So you need to come up and you need to get your name on the list to know who's going to be doing that.
Who'd like to. Once again, we're only going to offer it during one period, so that's why we're looking at each one of your schedules to say, it looks like third hour is going to fit most of you. But if it doesn't fit all of you, we're sorry. We're offering it once, and we're going to try to get as many kids into that section as possible. But I'm sure that it won't. I'm sure that some of you might not be able to fit it into. And I made that third hour up. Don't hear me saying we're doing it third. We don't know when we're doing it yet. Okay? All right. But you can still take it online, absolutely. And you can still take it out at SDSU if we can make that work into your schedule.
Also, just a reminder as we mentioned, for Mr. Binkley's class, he has different paperwork that you need to fill out, and I think he has that with him today, so we would want to see him for that today. Also, there may be some of you in here that have not taken dual credit before, and this may be something you're just considering. It's a really nice option, right? Especially if you feel like I've kind of exhausted some things at the high school. I feel like I'm ready for that challenge of a college level class. But it is something to take seriously and to think about prior to enrolling. Not all of our students have been successful in dual credit courses, unfortunately. You are a college student when you are doing that. Your instructors, maybe they do know now. I know in the past they didn't know if they were high school students. It depends. Depends on the class. Sometimes they know you're a high school student, sometimes they don't. They see you as any other college student. So, you know, make sure you're thinking about that spring semester. How busy am I? Do I have a job? Am I in a sport? Do I have that extra time to put into that dual credit class? Because you are essentially starting your college transcript. And it can impact, if you would get a poor grade, that can impact future, you know, financial aid and other things. So it is something you want to consider carefully. And if you're struggling with that decision, we encourage you to talk to your parents and to come see us, and we're happy to talk through that. Okay? Or if you're wondering what class would be a good fit for me, and will that transfer to a different institution? Those would be individual questions you want to ask us. All right, questions that you guys have. Now is the perfect time. If you plan to do college algebra online, you do not need to come to see us to sign this sheet of paper. It is those students that plan to take it here, face-to-face in our building, that we would want you to come and see us.
So it's math 114.
So when you're enrolling for the college algebra here at Brookings High School, it is under the same name, Math 114, just has the different location.
Different location, and then I believe the section number is like SM1 or something like that. So, and that would be on the when you browse the classes.
Okay, a consideration, the college algebra class that we are going to offer one time during next semester here at the high school in this building is going to be free to anyone who takes it here. The district is paying for it. The Mr. Binkley's class is going to be like a $40 credit per credit, and it's 3 credits. And then the regular dual credit, if you're going to take government or social studies or any other class that is not Mr. Binkley's and is not the college algebra offered here in this building, it's $48.33 per credit hour. Most classes are 3 credits. So about 150 or 120 or free in the high school. But either way, all 3 of them are a bargain.
What other questions do you have? Okay, I just kind of want to get a feel for this. How many of you are taking, in this room right now, are taking Mr. Binkley's class this spring? Coming spring, yes. Okay, and so you will all stop and get a sheet from him before you leave. Raise your hand if you plan to take college algebra here at Brookings High School, second semester here. Okay, you will come see me before you leave. And how many of you plan to take a different class? How many of you plan to take online? Okay, how many of you plan to take a different class face-to-face?